Says,
Did I ever told you that I dated a stripper once?
you did?
Yeah.
Where?
I should have mentioned it.
Welcome to the Benevolent Show. This is our pilot or first episode. This is a show where we're gonna tell a story. We're gonna give positive news, like uplifting news, and we're gonna tell stories because we care so much about you, and I care about you, and I hope you care about me.
We are just friends. I want to clarify that. And we decided to do this to help people to go with the best possible approach to any difficult circumstances or hard times that we all have in our lives. And my name is Christopher. My friend over here is Braulio. And this is the Venevolent Show.
De una.
Duro. Anywho, whatever I said that you might think is cool, don't quote me on it. But if you think that it's really cool, quote me on it. And if you get in trouble for it, don't mention my name. You were saying?
Damn, you're washing your hands?
Always.
So,
What you got?
we like to start by giving some uplifting news because I think that there's so much negativity around us at all times. The media, all the news are always focused on what's bad because, you want to induce fear to control population and, all the theories. And I think that can create some loneliness. People tend to feel lonely. And so we're here to actually start it off with some uplifting news. And
There you go.
I have a good one.
Hit me up with it.
So as of May 12th, 2023, according to this article, it's a Yale article, Amazon deforestation is down 40% so far this year.
That's great. That's awesome.
We're talking about one of the biggest lungs of the earth.
Yeah.
They take
The Amazons,
they take
yes.
all the they take all the freaking carbon dioxide, and then they give us oxygen.
Yeah. They produce air, the air that we breathe, pretty much.
Oxygen.
Oxygen. Hey.
Hey.
I don't know all the chemical terms, but I know
Okay,
I know what it comes into my body.
Yeah, you should know oxygen. I think that one is important. Well, there's a quote I read. There was a meme or something, I don't remember, that said, "It's too bad that no, if trees would produce Wi-Fi, everybody would be planting trees. But too bad that they only produce oxygen."
That's a shame as a human species that we get to the point where we don't take enough care of the lungs of nature, like the Amazons.
Granted, I think the biggest lungs of the earth, or the biggest producer of oxygen, is
Do you know that I have a few plants on myself?
is the ocean.
On my own.
Who's that?
I have a few plants. I own a few plants. I'm a dad from a few plants.
When you say plants, you mean like a freaking cactus that you just water it once every few months and it's still thriving?
I actually do not own any cactus. I might add that to my collection in a few months. But no, I owned like a money tree and a spider plant.
Cool.
Oh, I'm so sorry that I cannot take care of my plants enough, and I end up buying just plastic plants. That's what my friend over here does.
Well, I mean, it's a tough job to keep up, but I think
you just watering one time a week, once a week. That's enough.
Well, it depends on the plants, but But I think people who own, like, I've been to houses where you see all these crazy plants all over the house. They have vines all over the kitchen, and the plants look like they're thriving, and I'm like, damn, like,
You feel overwhelmed by it?
respect. Not overwhelmed, but more like impressed.
Yeah.
Or not overwhelmed. I don't feel overwhelmed by that, but it's just impressed, you know. But all right. Well, going back to the Amazon deforestation being down 40% so far this year. This article says so far this year, deforestation in the Brazilian Amazon is down 40% from the same period in 2022, according to the government data. The drop comes as a win for President Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva, who has promised to curb forests less. In April alone, deforestation was down 68% from last year. The region
Wow.
saw 127 square miles of forest destroyed, running below the historical April average of 176 square miles. It is unclear, however, if that downward trend will continue into late summer, when forest loss typically peaks. The numbers are at a very high level, and the dry season, which is favorable to deforestation, has not yet started, says Mariana Napolitano of WWF Brazil. And I think that's pretty cool. I think we should keep up the good work. We should care more about our planet. We should protect it. We should care for it. And we should be all aware and super conscious that we all have to put our work in.
I totally agree with you. So get the fuck out of your bed, go to your backyard, plant a seed, take care of that plant, that tree, and your grandchildren are gonna enjoy of that shadow, are gonna enjoy of those fruits. And if you feel generous, just honestly send us some plants. I know the Bradley will take care of them properly. He is ready to be a plant dad. I know that.
Absolutely. I mean, yeah,
Yeah, he is. Oh, I
I'm
have
so
something for
ready.
you. I have something for you over here that I was reading early today, literally 10 minutes ago, and I loved it. 84-year-old woman working towards GED after husband passed away. Hear this out. Shirley Jones decides to work towards her GED at Pitt Community College in Greenville, North Carolina, after her husband passed away, according to release from the college. The college says she has lived in Greenville her entire life and has two daughters and one grandchild. Her achievements include being inducted into the National Adult Honor Society through transitional studies. When asked what she liked most about the college, she said she loved the personalities of the students and how nice they are. Jones said that she got to where she is by believing in herself and her dreams. Thanks, Mr. Shirley Jones, for setting an example that is never too late, the college said. How amazing and badass had 84-year-old bear the death of your significant other at that age and still have the power of will, the courage, and the discipline to pursue more knowledge.
I mean, I think it's a pride example that it's truly never too late to pursue
Wow.
and go after your dreams.
I think you can always find purpose even after you have big losses. You can always find purpose in life, and it's up to you to choose which kind of purpose you're gonna follow, you know.
Yeah,
Because
totally.
she have 84, she doesn't need to be in college. She could be just like chilling with her grandkid.
Yeah, I think having purpose is everything in this life. Like, if you don't have a purpose, I think everything is tends to feel like it's falling apart. Like,
Yeah.
you don't have a north, and you're struggling in. But I mean, good for her.
Yeah.
Good for her.
And this is the thing. age at the end is just a number. It doesn't matter if you have 20, 84, 100. You can always have a purpose, and it can always be a good thing for you and the people you love, the people around you. I think it's very important to embrace our purpose at the point where we feel proud of it. Like, I'm doing this because I'm gonna be proud of myself, not because, oh, you're 84 years old and you're like on college, awesome, that's great. Not because of others, but for yourself. I think that's what it makes your purpose so important to you, because it's yours.
I mean, whatever floats your boat, yours. Follow that. You know what I mean? Whatever dream you have, don't ever listen to people that say that you're not enough. Don't ever think that you're not enough, because you're awesome, my friend.
Oh, thank you. So nice, man.
Absolutely. All right. I have another uplifting news that I can throw out in there. Yeah. According to CNN Business, first strippers union in a decade is expected to form this week. How about that? It says Los Angeles
revolutionary.
The owners of Star Garden Topless Dive Bar in North Hollywood expect to recognize and negotiate with a union of strippers who had been dismissed from the club in March 2022 when they protested for safe working conditions and picketed outside for months. The negotiation is expected following a settlement hearing with union attorneys when ballots are officially open later this week. The strippers are expected to overwhelmingly win the union election, forming the first known union of strippers in the United States since the nation's only unionized strip club, the Lusty Lady, closed in San Francisco in 2013. The strippers will be represented by Actors Equity Association, which said in a statement that the two sides have agreed to meet across the bargaining table within 30 days to establish a first contract. The club will also bring back dancers who were dismissed last year.
That's so interesting that you mentioned that that's in San Francisco, right?
Well, this is in Los Angeles. The San Francisco one was the one that closed in 2013.
Los Angeles. I feel that Los Angeles is like so far ahead on these matters, like adult industry and drugs, pretty much.
What do you mean advancing drugs?
Like adult entertainment, which is strippers. You know, that's entertainment for adults, and drugs like marijuana.
You mean my 6-year-old cannot go to a strip club?
Excuse me, that a 6-year-old cannot go, or
can go? Like my own my 6-year-old cannot go to a strip club.
I mean, I don't think it is allowed to any strip club.
Damn it.
Well, yes, I don't think that any child, we don't support the exposure of any child into a strip club.
No, but you know what I support? I support the rights of somebody who like to be naked for profit, to be compensated well, to have the rights that they deserve.
We do support that, yeah.
And to have the attention that they've deserved. As if they need more. They do need more attention than just like, hey, I'm naked. You can see my butt and my balls. But also, I need my rights. Hey.
It's a job. That's the reality of it. If you don't like it, or you do like it, it doesn't matter. It's a job. This person live from this to like show their boobs, wiggle their asses. And I think that they need some recognition. I think that this is very positive for the whole community of strippers. If you're out there and you're a stripper, congratulations. Do you have something that is standing out for you and what you do for a living? How awesome is that?
I think that's great. I mean, it says Star Garden decided to settle as it has always been a fair and equal opportunity employer that respects the rights of its employees.
Yeah. Did I ever told you that I dated a stripper once?
You did?
Yeah.
Where?
I should have mentioned it. How's it going? That's all I'm gonna say.
Damn. You dropped the name and everything. Is that right?
Well, keep going. I'm listening to you.
Yo, hold on. You cannot just say like, hey, I was dating a stripper and go to
I have that perspective, and it's very interesting because we just tend to know these people, they don't have a life. They just go there and shaking their asses and everything. But they are very, like, I have the exposure with this person, a regular, normal girl with good habits, good family. But that's what she decided to do for a living.
Oh yeah, no, I forgot. Strippers are human beings.
Well, that's something that you should be aware of, my friend.
All right. Okay. No, totally noted. Um, that's pretty cool. I didn't know you dated a stripper.
Well, there you know.
Were you in the picket line, trying to get some union going?
So no, definitely no. I not was into that. I was just trying to have a good time. I did have a good time, and then I just move on.
Cool. Let's go. That's awesome. Let's go. Um, do you have any uplifting news? Anything else before we jump in the?
I do have. It's not an uplifting news, but it's something that I would like to share with the class to see. And
With the class?
yeah,
Who's which class?
I'm just like it's not. It's not that we have a class. I'm just like saying like with everybody. It's just a
Okay.
way of saying it. What are you trying to do here?
The class.
God damn. Anywho,
All right, Miss.
that's hard. That's harsh,
Oh
bro.
God,
That's harsh.
It looks like you need an union. Um,
Go ahead. You were about to read something.
no, I think I have it. I that's it. Amazon deforestation and strippers. Maybe they can all combine and get together and for every band that you do when you go this deal right here, you plant a seed.
Forests and strippers.
Let's go.
We should get a T-shirt that says "Forests and Strippers."
Forests and strippers.
I like that. I like how it goes. I got something from Reddit. They're really light. Relationships. My girlfriend isn't paying rent. Should I break up? I don't know if anybody has been on this, but I think it's something that nowadays it needs to be talked about.
Okay.
I have been together with my girlfriend for nearly 4 years now. She comes from wealthy family. Well, her extended family is wealthy. Her parents are somewhere in the low seven figures, but she never had to worry about money. Therefore, she never really had a job. Sometimes she will work for her dad's company, but that will only be minor tasks. I never really worry about that because it was made clear she will take over the business and thought she'd get everything together by then. At one point I got a bit annoyed that she was always at home. I never had a second for myself and helped her getting a job through a friend of mine where she works a few hours per week. I kind of became suspicious when she didn't finish her degree and confronted her about it. But she shrugged it off and told me it wasn't any of my business, as long as she was able to pay rent and contribute financially to our life. Since communication is very important to me, I was a little bit alarmed. During the last year, things got rocky. For reference, we split rent and costs for our dog 50-50. Since I am using her car sometimes, I give her half of the leasing rate plus gas. Other spendings are all from our own accounts. Last summer, we went on a road trip where I paid for everything. Afterwards, I told her the total, expecting her to pay me back. She told me she couldn't afford it, which I thought was weird. First of all because I know she got a huge check from her dad the year before, and I thought it was a bit unfair not to clarify beforehand. Since then, she only paid rent sporadically. When I confront her about it, I ask her when she wanna contribute again to our shared life. I barely got an answer, or she told me she couldn't afford it. To be clear, it's not about the money in the first place, but more about the way of not communicating about this issue. Am I expecting too much? How could I address this better? Or is this a major red flag?
I think there's a lot going on right there. I think I think it's a red flag.
Okay.
I think it's
Why? What do you think is a red flag?
I mean it seems to be so wishy-washy. Like the girl's kind of like, yeah, you're paying for
Flaky.
everything and like flaky and like it's not trustworthy. And I'm sorry, like you're living with me and you're not even asking if I need any kind of support or anything, and you're just not paying rent straight up. One thing would be like, hey, you don't have to worry about rent, but if you can contribute with food or here and there, like you split your expenses, you kind of like feel better. But it feels like this guy is like carrying the world on his shoulders, the world of this girl that's like, I'm here and doing my thing, and I'm not even gonna bring up rent money or car. What was the thing with the
Well,
car?
he also mentioned communication, which is what he's struggling the most about. She doesn't communicate him why she just doesn't say anything, and he's the one he needs to approach to her and ask why you're not helping me with the bills if we are living together, which is totally reasonable. But this is the thing, there's an update on this.
Okay.
To address a few comments, communication about finances. I was very upfront when she moved in about all cost, what and how I plan to cover a split. We discussed it multiple times. She's passionate cook, but at one point grocery spendings were getting out of hand. 1,000 a month. We
Wow.
agree on a limit, but I also think there should be common sense about spending. Why should I need to clarify that I don't pay a full vacation? Doesn't make sense to me in a relationship. In my previous relationships, my partner always offered to pay her half or contribute wherever she can. Communication emotionally. My girlfriend is a very insecure person. She rather listens to others of doing the talking. In my opinion, that's rooted in lack of self esteem. That's why it's hard to talk about emotional or comfortable things with her. I can see her trying though.
Or comfortable things.
Yeah. In her defense, she's not overall lazy. As I mentioned, she's passionate cook and kind of turned into SAHP, which is like a she want to do it professionally. Like she is capable of do professional cook stuff. Likes to make everything nice at home, having guests over. It's just I never asked her to do any of that. I want my partner to tell me what she's thinking about, what her goals are, difficulties, which I told her, but she totally locks me out. Gets That's why the rent thing is bothering me so much. It would have been fine for me if she would have come to me before I would have told me that she can't pay rent, why that is, and what her plan is. I did talk to her about it multiple times, but I also want to support her and not being a douche to her. And yeah, maybe I'm bad at addressing this properly because I don't want to be too harsh. And no, I am not after her money. My only goal is to be financially stable and independent. I like my job, which won't make me rich, but it won't make me struggle. I do like her family. We get along very well, which is important to me.
Wow.
What do you think now?
There's a little shift right there with I don't know. It makes me think that he did say that he's not after the money, but he's also kind of like I kind of want more clarification as a like I want to know more about what she does. You know, like what she's actually contributing with. She's
She
a good
doesn't
cook.
do much.
Yeah.
That's what I'm getting. She doesn't do much. She just get some jobs from her dad
Yeah.
from time to time, and she get like big cuts just because is her daughter. But this is the thing: she doesn't contribute in the household,
Right.
And he said, okay, more than just the money is just the communication. I don't know what is going on through your mind. She's not very talkative to her significant other. That's her like
She's not communicating with him.
the main thing for him is not even the money, is the communication wise.
Well,
Like
there's a
like
communication struggle, and I think that you should approach that, and you should like. I don't like using the word confronting, but I guess it's that. It's like you have to confront her, and say, "Hey, um, where's my fucking money?" Just kidding. You have to say, "Hey, make sure you address that. Hey, I don't like that. I'm not feeling comfortable with the very little communication that we're having." And I think our relationship, our foundation is weak because communication is lacking. And you once you address communication, maybe she would understand, maybe she would be open to that and just like, have a heart to heart with her. She would probably come to you and say, "Yeah, you're right. Sometimes we're blinded to our own shit, with our own bullshit that we don't even know that we're not communicating, which is hard. Like when you don't know what you don't know,
yeah.
it's kind of hard. But one of the biggest things that I have is just, communication is super important. So the moment I feel like communication is falling apart a little bit, I get stressed out. I'm like, I wanna make sure that I address it, and I wanna make sure I'm communicating and not bottling anything up, and because then you start like making assumptions. Like this guy, it's probably to the point where he's making assumptions about what she wants, and what are her motives, and what is she really thinking? Is she just trying to save money? Is she just like not wanting to pay because she's an asshole? Is she like, what's the deal? What's the real deal? I guess it's just you have to go. I feel like this guy knows where his main problem is, with which is communication, and that's where you should go tackle communication and fix it.
He needs to set those boundaries, to approach to her and said, I think we're lacking on this aspect of our relationship. I don't like it. I feel like this, like this, like this. Also, me
Mm-hmm.
personally, I think that we can number those red flags: communication, lacking of commitment towards the relationship, because you need to. This is a two-way street.
Yeah.
She cannot just wait that her boyfriend or husband just pay for everything just because that's the life that she used to have with her family.
Totally.
That's not how it works. This is 21st century, and we do it differently now. This is the wild, wild ways. And I think he's being very understandable with her more than he should be. He really need to look for a solution, because I really doubt that he want to spend the rest of his relationship with someone that is not fully invested on the relationship. That's all I'm getting for this person. Yeah. She might have her passions on cooking. She might be a really good girlfriend in some other aspects, but you need to look for the better. You need to aim to be better in every other aspects of your life, especially if you want to spend the rest of your life with somebody. Create a family.
I mean, no, if you don't fix the communication problem, you're not gonna have any solid foundation going forward. Like your future, it's doomed, my friend.
Yeah, in the long run, it's a fucked up investment. That's how I see it. Don't do that to yourself. Don't do it to others. Be open. If she don't want to pay for anything, she should say, hey, you know what, I want to be with you, but you need to take care of everything else. And then it will be up to him to decide, do I really want to be with somebody like this, with this mentality? Because what I'm getting is that she's just used to not paying for shit, not taking care of anything, pretty much. She's just wandering around, living in fairy cookie land.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. That's all I got for you, my friend.
Yeah, you know, go attack communication, fix it, make sure that she's on board with that, make sure that you're on board with that, set boundaries, clear all the cobwebs, and move on. If she's not working out, leave her. If you're not working out, leave. And just be well. I hope you figure it out.
I do have something else that I want to share with everybody. It's from one of my favorite Instagram pages, and it's called Stoic Reflections.
Okay.
So this one goes like this: people do not decide their futures, they decide their habits, and their habits decide their future. Frederick M. Alexander. I love it.
That's powerful, my friend.
Damn, Joe Rogan will be proud of that.
It's really powerful.
Oh yeah,
Wow.
we love Rogan over here.
No, he's all right.
Ah, come on.
Hey, no, I think he's an incredible podcaster and interviewer, and controversial, but that's cool. So we have one more thing that we'd like to another story, and this one is from the subreddit Career Advice.
Nice.
And it goes, so I caught my boss and my 19-year-old coworker hooking up.
Wow. It's a big gap on age right there.
For reference, I work at a hotel. Our new general manager was really cool. I have a 19-year-old coworker who came off shy and really nice, but she's pretty outgoing now that I know her. Anyway, I noticed a few weird things going on when we worked that shift together, like her constantly going out to smoke cigarettes with him. And when I relieved her, she would come back after she was off to see his dog, quote unquote, see his dog constantly.
Okay.
Well, lately she's done the morning shift. When I come in, she will leave and not clock out. She leaves her stuff there too. Then she'll go up to the second floor and go into a specific room. 5 minutes later, he'll go in, and they'll stay there for an hour plus.
That sounds like a reasonable time, if you ask me.
That's a stud. She then will come back down and clock out and leave. But he gives her a ride home. They make sure to leave at different times from the room. I didn't know where she was going after I relieved her at first until today. Him and his wife are living in house as he got hired out of state. It's supposed to be temporary. Well, his wife comes down at 4 and says, "Is my husband still working?" And I said, "No, he left at 3. She was super worried and kept calling him and coming up to ask me. Finally, I hear her phone ring and she comes up to tell me that, oh, he was in the storage room. Well, literally moments after he calls, my coworker comes down and her neck is sweaty. Ooh. I think we already know what's going on. Our FOM, I guess this is front office manager, was in and asked her straight up, "Where were you?" When I said, her face dropped. Oh my God. She left very quickly and said, "I was outside." My FOM got sketched out between her behavior and the boss's wife. So our FOM checked the cameras, and that's when we saw where they were previously and what they had been doing. They've done this every time she works 7 to 3. Also, she went from working 2 nights a week to 5. My FOM hasn't said anything yet and says we should wait it out. She's gonna investigate more tomorrow, and I have some days off now, which is nice, but I'm in shock. I don't want to work somewhere where my 40 to 50-year-old boss is having an affair with a 19-year-old. Oof. And where I have to face his wife daily. I obviously can tell anyone or his wife, I'll just cause chaos. What would you do? This is insane.
Well, if it make you feel uncomfortable, how whatever the situation is, step aside. But he can just like be honest. Like if the guy said, "I'm gonna be out of here at this time," and he could just say that. He wouldn't be lying. That's what he got. That was the information he got. It's a very delicate subject just because we're talking about two people that they're like this guy could be his grandparent. She's like a minor, pretty much. And for what
Pretty
I'm
much.
getting,
I mean,
she is. For what I'm getting, he's just uncomfortable that he have to found himself on these situations, and I don't blame him. I will get the fuck out of there.
I think
too.
this is a very uncomfortable situation, especially knowing that you have to deal with this guy's wife coming to you and asking like, "Hey, where's my husband?" And you're
She
like,
probably know what he is doing. Like she's on denial. I'm
think?
pretty sure. I'm pretty sure that she's on denial.
Well, I mean, I don't know if she necessarily knew. I didn't get those vibes, but I think that the guy for sure knew this guy, and he's like, you find yourself in between like, he's over there fucking my coworker in the second floor. What's up?
What
And
up?
I don't know. He left at 3. You know, like this person is not trying to get involved, but like your fucking brain is like,
Yeah. You don't want to deal with that. You already have a lot to deal with on
yeah.
your personal life and work.
So I don't know what I would do. I think I would just approach it from the sense of like, maybe asking if, I mean, I don't know if you have some sort of report or like any anything with your coworker, but ask your coworker if you feel comfortable, because it wouldn't be the manager obviously. And it's like, hey, are you?
She definitely feel comfortable. She went from 2 nights
Yeah, no,
to
like
five
not him,
nights.
not her, like the guy,
The guy definitely feel comfortable.
not the
He's like
manager,
50
not
and
the manager, the guy, this guy, the guy that
oh, he's definitely
coworker.
feeling comfortable, man.
Yeah,
Like,
no, I'm
come
saying, but
on.
like if he feels comfortable with her, approaching her about that situation.
I doubt that. Just
Because
put
okay,
yourself in
if
his
you
shoes.
this is weird, because if you go tell your front office manager, which the front office manager already knows, and they say just to wait it out, I would just wait it out and not get involved. But also, it's tough because it's a 50-year-old hooking up with a 19-year-old, and you know the 19-year-old is naive AF. They don't know what they're doing. They're
I don't know. There's a lot of very smart women out there. And
no, I'm not
respect.
saying that she might be a very smart individual, but I don't think she knows what she's doing in terms of like this guy. It's 50 and I'm 19.
He's married. Like there's not
He's
a lot
married.
to know
Like
him.
there's that's not a smart move.
He's
I'm sorry.
married.
Like for
He have 50.
he's 50.
She is paying half. Well, let's not say half. Half of the quarter of her shift fucking him in a hotel room. Like you're 19. She's just thinking with her vagina. She's just thinking through her hormones. She just wanna fuck pretty much.
Yeah, but like fuck your coworker. What's up? Not the 50-year-old manager. I don't know.
That's what she wants. That's what she wants. You know?
Yeah, but I think it's very the manager shouldn't be doing that. I mean, especially when you have your wife. This guy is completely involved in an affair at this point, cheating on his wife. The wife is going to ask this guy who knows like what the fuck is going on the second floor in room 3. You know what I mean?
We all know.
But there's an update to this. Let's see if it gets any better.
Let's go.
Or you want to read the comments before we read an update? You want to
give
read
me the update and then let's go to the comments.
I put one since there will be probably another one because it says update 1. But I feel like I owe it now that I woke up to this many responses. So far, my is on duty and playing cool as they work directly with the GM, obviously. And it's a risk to be in a small office with him, in my opinion, and give any signal that you know. But they're going to be reporting it today. The co-worker works today as well as at a later shift. And I wonder how that will go. I'm not sure. I've been told to stay out of it, and I probably will. I didn't want chaos to begin with, and I'm off for a few days, so hopefully it's settled when I'm back. There's an edit. Also, anyone who's mad I didn't rush to tell his wife, please understand my situation and the nuance. I am alone on my shift for the majority of the time. My FOM leaves an hour after me. I also don't know his wife's situation. I don't see her leave the hotel, so it's possible she works from home. But I also don't know my GM as much as I thought I did. I thought it was dangerous to tell her and then be alone with no security around. I don't know this guy or how far he'd go to try to cover something up. And again, I don't know how he would react to his wife calling him out. There's a person here that said, so I have seen this happen before. This is what is going to happen. Someone is going to say something to the hotel management team. The general manager will be immediately fired, and everyone will walk on eggshells around the 19-year-old, afraid she will sue them because he took advantage of her as a person under his power. They do not play around with GM sleeping with the staff. Way too much liability. That's a huge liability for the hotel too. Yeah,
Yeah, it is. We're talking about business. We're talking about employees and employers here. That's how it usually goes. It makes totally sense.
But I think the best is like to stay out of it as much as you can, which I'm having a really hard time with because I feel like knowing that a 50-year-old general manager is hooking up with my 19-year-old coworker. The general manager is married, clearly cheating on his wife. You know that you're in that situation, and it makes you, I don't know, it's like it makes you cringe.
It
And
is cringe. The whole situation
yeah,
is.
so I don't know. I think you did the right thing by staying away, and you were lucky that the front of your, what is it called? FOM,
FOM.
front office manager.
Front
God
office
damn,
management. Yeah.
why can't I not get that word right? Front office manager, uh,
FOM, papa.
got up, got up the situation, got up to the situation, and they were handling it. And that they told you, hey, stay out of it. I didn't think you needed to live with. I mean, you're gonna live with that in your head. It's gonna live rent free in your head. But
It's not only the situation that it is happened in his job, but how he's being affected by it. Because he's by himself. All these people are fucking.
yeah,
So, you know,
I don't know.
that's there's also that.
It says it's bad enough that they're hooking up, but he's also aware that she's staying on the clock during set hookups. So that's the thing. That's the catch right there. That's a huge liability. And it's happening at their place of employment. It's not even like, hey, I'm taking you out of the place
Let's
and we're,
let's go to another hotel to do what can we do in this hotel.
which is, yeah, terribly wrong, but less wrong, less of a liability not happening there. If it's his signature on the paychecks, he could be in a whole world of hurt, more than just getting fired. Presuming wherever you're located has any sort of prostitution laws.
He could get easily in jail. He could end up in jail
Oh,
easily.
100%.
Easily.
Easy.
Yeah, and she could get a lot of money from it. That's pretty much how it works.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know the financial status of this man, but she could definitely get a cut from it.
I don't know, but you guys, let us know what you think. If you're listening from YouTube, leave us a comment. I think if you're on Spotify, we're gonna leave a poll, and just tell us what you think.
Yeah, give us your guys' opinion, any comments, anything that you believe that we can improve to share all this information with y'all. We're here for all of y'all, And you all guys are gonna be seeing us and listening to us very often from now on. This is the Benevolent Show.
Thank you very much for listening. Thank you very much for your support. This is our very, very first episode, and I hope you liked it. We're gonna come with more next week. So just
Bye.
peace.